Hi everyone, welcome to Patty's Polish Corner. So today I have a She Modern design to show you, and I will be using the stencil stoppers in my video today to show you how to use those, and it was a request, so I hope you like it. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to work with these water decal roses. And we're also going to be using one of these stencil stoppers, which is basically sort of like, I forget what you call them. You peel them off and you stick them on your nails to, you know, stop designs or whatever, but I'll show you how to use this. You can use it as a guide to make French tips with glitter or designs. Here's a squiggly line with the glitter. So I'll show you how to use that. We're going to use that today. And then we'll need the mixing canvas. Okay, so for this design we're going to use two small ones and one big one of the roses. And what I like to do is I like to put them on the mixing canvas to separate from the paper. So I'm just going to add some drops of water and then lay the sticker paper or the paper, water decal paper in there. And when it gets nice and wet, it'll just slide away from the paper backing. Usually it takes about a minute. Okay, and that's ready. Okay, so I just have a regular stamper from eBay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my images and place them upside down on the stamper head. The stamper head's been turned upside down, so there's just a flat edge on it. There we go. And then I'm just going to blot up the excess water with a paper towel. Get them nice and dry. Okay. Move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to color these in. So the first way is I want to use some glitter. So I'm going to take a little bit of nail foil glue and just put it on the back here, and it will dry clear. And then this one we're going to use some polish. Okay, so I have some white polish from Zoya, and it's called Aspen. And I just put a little dot of it on some tin foil, and I'm just going to color in this rose white, and we're actually going to use a Sharpie to color this one. Okay, so that one's finished. And for the last one, I have a Color Club color, and actually it's a mood color. I have no idea if it's going to change. I've had it probably for over a year, so I don't know if the changing properties are still in there. I guess when it's warm it would be pink, and cool would be this purple color. But even if it doesn't change, the purple color is nice. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to put this on top of a tin foil and color it in with my brush. Okay, and you need just a little bit of whatever you're using when you're coloring in the flower. This polish tends to be a little on the sheer side. I'm just going to turn it over to see how it looks. And I think it looks pretty good. The lighter color and the darker color be fine. Maybe I'll go over the edges just a little bit more. I think that looks fine. All right, and then we'll wait for that to dry. Okay, the foil glue is dry, and so I just cut it out and put it over here because I didn't want to get glitter everywhere. So I have the She Modern Purple Lilac Glitter, and it's got this handy little nozzle, so I should be able to not make quite a big mess like it just did. Wow, that just really came out. Thank you. Wonderful. All right, so then I can use my little brush and I can kind of spread it around. Okay, and that's perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush off the excess. Okay, I brushed away all of the glitter. So now I'm just going to put it back over here and clean up the glitter mess. Okay, so this flower right here is it's dry, so I'm just going to back it with some white so that the color kind of stands out. Okay, there we go, and this one is dry. Okay, so the nice thing is that when these are all dried up, we can put them back on the paper, and then we can cut them out. So we're just gonna put that back on the wet paper. Okay, so I took this one off. I'm just going to put it back on here, and then you're just going to blot it dry. Oh, it slid off the paper. If it slides off, just put it back on so it's in the middle, and then remove the paper from the water. So I'm just going to dry this up a little bit, and when it's completely dry, it'll stick back onto the paper. And then I'll show you how to remove it from the paper. Actually, remove it from the paper the same way we did it before, but we'll cut out around the edges of the flowers. So I'm just going to put that over to the side to dry. And when this one's dry, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so now that this one is dry, we're going to color it in using a Sharpie. So this is the one that we just put the white on the back of. And we're just going to touch around and color it in with the Sharpie. There we go. Okay, so the Sharpies had some time to dry, and we want to just protect it from smearing when we put the gel top coat on. I'm not sure if it'll smear or not, but Tina, she uses like a water-based top coat to put on the top. I don't have any of that, so I'm going to try it with Unt. And since I only used one color, if it kind of smears, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference as long as You know, obviously it's not all over the whole nail. So I'm just going to untis like a peel off base coat. So I'm just going to put a little of that on top of the Sharpie to seal it in. And that'll dry. What you can also do is when you peel it off, you can actually color in the back of it with the Sharpie and then put your white polish over the Sharpie, and then you won't have the Sharpie on top of it like this. So those are a couple of different ways. So we're just gonna wait for this all to dry, and then we'll do our nails while we're waiting. Okay, I've polished a few of these using Wave Gel's Maiden of Grape, and I've wiped off the tacky layer. Now I'm going to take some nail glue and I'm going to spread it on the nail thinly. And then we'll just wait for that to dry. And I'll be using this sparkling purple dark purple sparkling glitter to do the demonstration of the stencils. Okay, so I've laid down a mixing canvas right here. The glue is dried. And basically what this is used for is positioning, kind of stopping the glitter from going wherever you don't want it to. So here I'm going to show you how to make a French tip. And what you want to do is you just want to make sure that this is completely flattened down really good. You can just flip the back over and kind of rub along the edges. Okay, and then you're going to take the glitter and we'll just tap it on the tip. Wow, this really comes out. Okay, you don't really probably need that much. Okay, and then you're going to wipe it off of everything because you kind of don't want it to get, when you lift it up, you don't want it to be on this stencil at all. So we'll lift it off. And there we go. It must have been up just a little bit, so it probably didn't quite cover that. Okay, so I've got a what do I call it? Olympic rubber. And I can probably get that spot off. There we go. Okay, that is perfect. So here we go. That's how we make a French tip. So now I'm going to get a top coat. And first of all, what I like to do is just seal the glitter part, so I'm not accidentally rubbing it, you know, into the spot that doesn't have the glitter. And then you want to make sure that you clean your brush off really good so you don't get glitter back in the bottle of your top coat. Actually, I don't see any glitter on that thing, so that's good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, looks like I missed a spot right there. Okay. Anyways, I'm just going to cure that and then we'll come back. The stencil is not sticky at all from the glue, so that's good. Okay, so this is cured, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a top coat over the whole thing. and cure that, and we'll come back. Okay, so this is the first thing you can do with the stencil stopper, and you can use this with glitter and pigments. Pigments are a little bit harder to clean up than the glitters, but they still look really wonderful. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is using 2 stencils. So here, I think I got this one down tighter. The other one. Okay. There. If you're unsure about it, you can always take like a third one and just kind of press them down really hard. You're not going to wipe up the glue if you touch it. You don't have anything to worry about. Okay. So we're using the wavy part. Let me get the glitter out. Oops, wrong glitter. Okay. Now you don't need a ton like this. Okay, so now I'm a little bit more careful that this one is going to like just come pouring out. So I'm just tapping it a little, because I know I'm not going to need a ton. So now I'm just going to wipe it. Okay. Then make sure I try to get as much off of the stencils where I lift up. Okay, so I'm just going to lift it up. Okay, that's perfect. So, okay, so now we'll float some top coat over the glitter, and then I'll cure that. Okay, so now I'm going to seal the whole nail in with the top coat. Okay, and I'm going to cure that. Okay, and this one is complete. Now you can always just put one side on and fill the whole side with glitter, kind of like we did with this, and actually what we're going to do with this one. So this one we're going to use the straight edge. And then I'm just going to tap some glitter on the other side. And then I'm going to rub it in. And if I need more, I'll tap more glitter on. It's coming out so fast. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush it away from the stencil and lift it up. Okay, and I'm going to cure that and come back. Okay, and this one is complete. So I'm going to show you one more. And that's using this part right here. This kind of other part. Okay, so I'm just going to tap a little bit of glitter, just a little bit of glitter. Okay. Now let's see, I'll rub it in There we go. Ta-da! So I'm going to top coat that, and we'll come back. Okay, and that's that one. I also want to show you that I took one of these and let me get a black piece of paper here. I cut along the edge of it, so I kind of made my own pattern. So if you have like craft scissors or that, you can just take that straight edge and you can cut whatever pattern you have. If you have a lot of these, like I do, because I get them every time, because you get one of these every time you order anything, actually. Okay, so here's the 4 different designs. I'm sorry, I think my brush had some glitter on it. So I got some glitter on the part that I didn't want glitter on there. So just make sure that your brush does not have glitter on it. That happens to be probably a bottle of polish that I accidentally didn't wipe the brush off before I stuck back in there, because I don't really use that top coat unless I'm using glitter. So sorry about that they don't look really great, but you get the idea. So now let's paint my nails and use those flowers in the design. Plus I'm going to use one of the stencil stoppers as well. The polishes I'll be using are Wave Gel, so we'll use Wave Gel's Shiny No Cling Top Coat and Base Gel. And from Wave Gel's matching collection, I'm going to use Maiden of Grape. So I'll be applying 2 coats of Maiden of Grape. So here's the first coat. I'll just apply that to all of my fingers, cure it, and come back. Okay, now I'm going to apply the second coat. And I'll cure that and come back. Okay, so I have 2 coats of Maiden of Grape, and I put top coat on my index finger and my thumb. I've removed the tacky layer from my ring finger and my middle finger, and we're going to add some glitter to my pinky. So I'm going to lay down the mixing canvas so it doesn't get too messy, or just so it's a little bit easier to clean up. I've got the dark purple sparkling glitter, and the tacky layer is still on this nail. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glitter down, and just going to kind of cover up all the tacky layer, and then just brush away anything that's loose. I'm going to put a top coat on and cure it and come back. And the next thing I'm going to do is add some of this foil glue. And I'm just going to add a little bit right here. I'm not going to add it over the whole nail because I'm not going to put glitter over the entire nail. I'm going to use the stencil. So I'm just going to put the foil glue just high enough without getting the entire nail. Okay, and we'll just wait for that to dry. That to dry, we're going to prep these flowers, which actually I did 2 days ago. Yeah, this video is taking me a few days to do. And what I did was I just put a little dot of the foil glue on the back of here, and then waited till it dries, and then stuck it to this mixing canvas so that I could just not lose them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off of the mixing canvas, and then I'm going to cut around the flower. You don't want a lot of the clear film on your nails. You just really want the image and as little clear film as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut all these little flowers out. and come back. These are now on the mixing canvas, so I'm just going to add some dots of water and then just where, oops, the glue on the back is still tacky. There we go. Okay, and those will be ready when we need them. Okay, I've got clean mixing canvas here, and I've got my stencil stopper. So I'm just going to want to put a little bit of the glitter right down here. So I'm just going to apply the stencil stopper just above where I want the glitter. Then I'm going to take my glitter here and just tap on a little bit and move it around with my finger. Brush off anything excess and lift up the stencil stopper, and that's exactly what I want. So I'm just going to put some top coat on that and cure it and come back. Okay, so now we're done there, and our flowers should be ready. I should slide right off the paper. There they go. Okay, that's perfect. Right. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so I'm going to, you want to wet your nail a little bit so that the flowers stick to your nail really good. So kind of move it around a little bit so you get it exactly where you want it. There we go. And these other two I'm going to put on this finger. There we go. And then you're just going to blot this off with a paper towel. You want to make sure that all the water is dry before you put your top coat on. And so now I'm ready to top coat both of them. Okay, I'm going to cure this and come back. Okay, so here's the finished look. Yeah, I don't have quite the art of making no mess with the glitter down yet, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea how to use the glitter and the glitter stencils because I was asked to, and I'll try to do more with it so that I can maybe give you guys some tips about how not to get glitter or how to clean up your glitter better. I tried to get in there really good with acetone, but it just wasn't picking up. I think I did a better job of getting the glitter off of my skin around here. I used tape, so those will be some things to check out in the future. But I hope you like the way this turned out. I'm really pleased with it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not one of my subscribers, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.